Hello everybody, my name is Star. I am your friendly neighborhood go-go dancer. This week I will be trying a Hyram-approved skincare routine. Probably a lot of you know Hyram is a very popular YouTuber here. He educates people on skincare and people love him. I personally love him. I've been binge watching his videos lately and he has made me realize that I have an awful skincare routine. I was just cringing so hard that I ended up buying a whole bunch of stuff off of Sephora to give myself a Hyram-approved skincare routine. And it's very convenient because right now I'm dealing with a pretty bad pimple right here, and he's got like a smaller little neighbor right there. I want to see, does Hyram actually know what he's talking about, and are these things actually worth the money? I'm looking forward to this experience, and I have a feeling that he knows what he's talking about, and there's a reason why his videos are so popular, but still gonna be fun to test it out. Right now it's like afternoon time right now, and I typically do my skincare routine at night when I shower, so I won't be doing it right now, but I will show you in a few hours. But first, let me show you what my skincare routine has been for the past several months, years even. Now, granted, my skincare routine has been pretty simple. He does advise that you keep your skincare routine simple. Some of those like 12-step complicated Korean skincare routines that were trending for a while are really just too much and kind of overwhelming. So in my skincare routine, I would double cleanse. I would have a makeup removing portion and then just a general cleansing portion. So for the makeup removing section, I used to use makeup wipes. Yeah, I know, awful. Both for my skin and for the environment. I stopped using makeup wipes about, I don't know, maybe like 5 months ago. And I started using, it's part of Lush Cosmetics' Naked line. It's basically a little it's a little disc of solidified oils, and I would just kind of like rub that all over my face, kind of massage it in to get rid of the makeup, and then take it off with one of those reusable cloth rounds. I'll put it up on the screen right now because I am completely out of it. This is the thing that I have been using and will be continuing to use into this upcoming week. I will have to look up the brand and I'll put it up on the screen right now. It is a Pink Clay and Shea face bar soap. I got this because I like to be as zero waste as possible. Bar soaps are a lot more concentrated and don't come packaged in plastic, and I'd rather use the entirety of that cleanser than just buy a new one right now and just throw that one away. It seems really wasteful. Let me get to the thing that I did end up throwing away. Is this toner from Lush Cosmetics. Now, currently, I just have perfume in this bottle right now because I emptied it out and just wanted to reuse the bottle. This toner originally had, and I'm just looking at the ingredients on the back here, tea tree water, grapefruit water, juniper berry water, limonene fragrance, methylparaben. This is mostly just water, and it's hard to tell if they are actually extracts from these botanicals or if they are just essential oils. This lasted me a long time. I used it for a couple of years, but here's the real awful thing that I did. I decided to make a DIY version of this, which was literally just me filling this up and adding a few drops of essential oils of each of those things, tea tree, grapefruit, and juniper berry. And that is probably the worst thing that I could have possibly done to my skin. And after watching a bunch of Hyram videos, I poured this out down into the sink. So once I got rid of that toner, I actually had a backup toner, which is the Healing Place Apothecary Rose Water Hydrating Mist. It's from a natural black-owned brand, and I wanted to support it. I don't know if it does a whole lot. I will be semi-continuing to use this. The next thing in my skincare routine that I would use is a moisturizer, and this one is actually not that bad. It's by First Aid Beauty. The problem with this, however, is personal user error. I had this for a long time and it was just kind of sitting in the back of my shelf. I think it might have expired in that time because a few of the times that I would put this on, I would feel kind of a stinging, burning sensation on my face, and I don't think you're supposed to feel that. So that was my skincare routine before. Let me show you everything that I've got now. First step in the new skincare routine is the Oat Cleansing Balm. This is what I'll be using to remove all of my makeup and Spoiler alert, I have already tried it out once and it works pretty dang well. I know it's supposed to be rinsed off with water, but I personally didn't really find that the most effective way to remove all the makeup. I just used the cloth cotton rounds that I've been using for a while, and I felt like that was a much more effective way to remove it. Second step, I will be cleansing with the pink clay bar soap that I showed earlier. The next step that I have is this toner from Youth to the People. It's their Kombucha 11% AHA Exfoliation Power Toner. I personally like toners. I like the ones that kind of dry out your skin. I know that sounds bad, but I have really oily skin, so if I could have a toner that kind of balances out the oil, that is what I want. I probably won't be using it every single day. I think I'll be using it every other day. And then for the other days, I'll just continue to use this toner just because I don't think it's doing any harm. The other treatment that I got was the Inkey List Retinol Serum. I know I am only 25 years old. I am nowhere near, you know, the age to be concerned about wrinkles and whatnot. Not that there's anything wrong with wrinkles. I do say that the earlier you start your anti-aging regime, the better. I'm only gonna start using this probably once, maybe twice a week. Retinol is a pretty strong ingredient. You should ease it into your routine and not start too heavy. And the last step that I have is moisturizer, and I got the Skin Fix Barrier Plus Triple Lipid Peptide Cream. I typically get better quality moisturizers. I hate moisturizers that just kind of like sit on the skin and leave a greasy residue. I have oily skin, so I don't want that feeling. And that's everything that I got for the new skincare routine. I kept it pretty simple. I didn't want to go crazy with like masks and several different treatments. I know that I am missing a sunscreen in this routine. However, it is currently winter. I am on my winter break from work, so I go outside literally no more than 20 minutes. I don't even go outside several days out of the week. But this upcoming spring, I will be spending a lot of time outside, and that is when I will incorporate a sunscreen into my routine. And I really need to, because I have been very bad at wearing sunscreen, and I am a person who works outside all day, every day. Who's at risk for skin cancer? Me, bitch. I shouldn't be making jokes about that. Skin cancer is a concerning thing. So I specifically put on a full face of makeup today so I can really test the makeup removing powers of the cleansing balm as well as everything else. I'll show myself using stuff later this evening and check in with you over the course of the next week. All right, it's been a few hours and I am ready to take off my makeup. Ignore my hair. I know it looks really greasy, but I'm doing like a oil scalp treatment, so that's why it looks like that. But I am going to take the cleansing balm here, and if you guys watch my haul video that I made, it looked like just like straight up oil, like olive oil or something, but it's actually more like a paste. I can even feel like a little bit of granules inside of there. So like right now I can still feel it on my skin. If you want to see what the first round did, that's everything. And I also used that one. That was just one round. All right, I'm gonna go into the shower and wash this off, as well as just shower. I was going to film in the bathroom, but I think it was too humid in there and it would get all fuzzy and the footage would be bad. Anyways, now you can really see that zit that I was pointing out earlier and his friend right there. And I know it's a little bit extra red than it was before because I just cannot help but poke at it. I did make the realization that putting all of these products on my skin at once might be a bit much, but it's a little bit too late now. It smells like slightly alcoholic, but that might just be like the kombucha. I really don't know. I can feel this burning. Yeah, I can feel a little bit of that burning. Thankfully, I'm only going to do that once a week, and it's not so bad. All right, and last, going in with, come on, the Skin Fix Moisturizer. Also, if you didn't know from my haul video where I showed this on there, that's how it pumps. Oh god, that is how it pumps out. I can still kind of feel it on my skin right now, but that might just be because it's so thick and it might just need a minute to absorb. Day one, all set, and I'll check in over the course of the week. And that one zit is fading away. I will say it has stayed there much longer than it probably should have because I have a bad habit of picking at my skin, especially zits. So this moisturizer, even though it is supposed to be very hydrating, it's very hydrating, especially for my skin, which is already kind of oily, and you know, it kind of stays there on the skin surface. It's a little bit kind of greasy for me personally, but I'm sure it's, you know, good for my skin. Good evening. It's like 10 o'clock at night right now, and I'm just about to do my skincare routine again. I feel like I haven't been putting enough of this toner on my face, so I'm gonna go in a little bit heavier. Personally, I would probably want to go with a lighter moisturizer, especially since summer is coming up and I don't really like feeling greasy. All right, day whatever, done. Hey, I just want to point out, I'm just doing my makeup right now, and that zit that was there a few days ago is pretty much undetectable. I know that's maybe not the biggest deal, but my zits tend to be pretty textured and noticeable even under makeup. All right, we are back 1 week later, and let's see what my skin looks like now. So I'll be honest, I don't really see that much of a difference between now and a week ago. The one zit that I had at the beginning of the week has definitely calmed down a whole lot, but I do see another one kind of forming in its place, unfortunately. So let's go into each of the individual products and what my thoughts are about them. First up, the Oat Cleansing Balm from the Inkey List. I personally really liked it. I am curious as to whether or not this actually is causing that second pimple to form. It is a very thick oil and my skin is very oily, but it is hard to tell since this is getting washed off so quickly. Works great as a makeup remover, so I will use this until it's entirely up. The second thing that I'm going to review is the toner. I feel like the first few times that I used this toner, I actually didn't use enough over my entire face. When you use enough, I do feel like a slight burning. I think that's just because this is a very concentrated chemical exfoliant, so that just means that it's working. I didn't notice a whole lot of difference. I do think just because it's only been a week and I've only been using it every other day, I'll probably need to use it a little bit longer in order to see what the actual results are. Third thing, the retinol serum. Obviously, I only use this one time this week. I'm trying to slowly incorporate it into my routine, so it's really hard to say whether or not this did anything. Not to mention, I'm 25. I'm not really showing much signs of aging right now. I won't see results for a very long time. This one also gave my skin a bit of a burning feeling. Both this and the toner, that burning feeling went away within like 30 seconds. It's also not that bad of a burning sensation. It's very tolerable, totally worth using for me personally. And I will continue using this until it's completely empty as well. And last is the Skin Fix Moisturizer. I'll be honest, this moisturizer is a little bit too thick and heavy for me personally. I like moisturizers that absorb completely within a few minutes. This one would take a few hours, which is really disappointing because this is the most expensive thing that I got out of all of these things. My boyfriend has drier skin, so he might actually like this a lot better than I do. I'm sure it's good for my skin and it's very hydrating for my skin, but I just personally am not the greatest fan of it. I'll still use it, obviously. I'm not gonna waste my money, but I was hoping for something a little bit better than this. It's also possible that because this is so moisturizing, it potentially caused my skin to have another pimple. I don't want to say like that for sure, but it's possible. Overall, I'm like kind of disappointed because I didn't see a huge difference, but then again, it's only been 1 week. And also, I didn't change my cleanser. I don't have a sunscreen. I only had like 2 treatments that I used pretty sparingly. So I think I will have to be using these products over the course of several more weeks in order to notice any big differences. I do want to give a special note that because the Inkey List specifically is so cheap, I feel like it's worth trying it no matter what. In the future, I will probably get a different cleanser as well. My cleanser is pretty basic and I just wanted to use it up, but I can see if I were to use a better quality cleanser, I might see a more drastic difference in my skin. I still want to say that I do fully believe that Hyram does know what he's talking about. I just didn't let this experiment go for long enough, and I possibly chose products that were not best for my skin specifically. And I also didn't do a drastic enough change in my skincare routine in order to see anything drastic. So that has been my Hyram-Approved skincare routine for the past week. Tell me what you guys thought. What kind of products do you use in your routine? Do you use any of the products that I tried? Do you have any recommendations for me? Does Hyram have any recommendations for me? He's never gonna watch this video, but that's okay. A girl can dream. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please do. I do Freestyle Fridays every week, and I also have a series called That's a Stretch, where I stretch and talk about whatever I want. I do makeup videos sometimes, all sorts of fun stuff. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!